engage the landing pad to depart safely from the station.
For many, Elite Dangerous can provide some exhilarating moments, especially to those patient enough to wait for them. And while Elite can easily be defined by those moments, it's the dull parts, coupled with some technical issues and a steep learning curve, that can linger on the mind instead. It's easy enough to figure out what role to play in Elite. What's not easy is learning how to actually play Elite. While there are a bevy of tutorials to go through teaching everything from flight, landing procedures, and combat, once you're in the actual game ready to start, there is little to no direction as to how to get going. Elite expects you to figure it out, and as a result, it can seem a little daunting. Deciding how you want to play will be crucial in knowing where to begin with Elite Dangerous. Fancy yourself a combat ace? You might end up a scruffy bounty hunter or try your hand at piracy. For others, becoming a well-off peddler of goods with the means to influence the power struggle raging throughout the civilized portions of the Milky Way might be their cup of tea. However you choose to play or mix it up, Elite Dangerous's massive one-to-one recreation of the Milky Way provides plenty of opportunities to make your own way. The moments created by its players are what defines Elite Dangerous. There is no overarching campaign to complete. The Elite Dangerous experience is completely driven by what you do. There will be dogfights with other players or AI ships. Trade will need to happen in order to keep upgrading ships and parts to make you more formidable. However, alongside all of this will come long stretches of traveling, with even longer tracks of barren light years to cross. Some of the more enthralling experiences can be a challenge to fully enjoy, though. Elite Dangerous on the PlayStation 4 for the most part holds up pretty well, but it does suffer through some crippling framerate issues, which in turn causes some major input lag. These mostly crop up while supercruising in Galaxy, where a slight tweak here and there on the controls can mean the difference between successfully getting to your destination or slingshotting around them. Blasting into an area with an especially large space station can sometimes be tricky, as one of Elite's more technically demanding sequences, landing, is hampered by unresponsive or sluggish controls. Frontier Developments has addressed some of the issues, releasing a patch that helped with the frequent screen tearing that was happening, but as of now, the other issues have remained unaddressed. Elite Dangerous can at times find itself becoming overly repetitive to the point of feeling dull. Thankfully, there is an arena mode that pits players versus other players in 3 different game modes to test their dogfighting prowess. Being able to jump into this mode can help break up the monotony of a long, couple hundred light-year hauling journey by injecting some action in the game. Within the arena is a progression system. Commanders aren't bringing in ships unlocked in the regular game, rather you'll move up the ranking tiers in the CQC, or Close Quarters Combat arena, unlocking new ships and loadouts to use along the way. Ranking up doesn't take too terribly long either. Do well and you might find yourself the owner of a few more ships and plenty of weapons options to fend off the other pilots. Elite Dangerous at times can be boring and downright mundane. Much of the time spent in the game will be simply flying from one dot on your HUD to the next, sometimes struggling with technical issues that plague your experience throughout. Thankfully, the moments in between, the harrowing dogfight escapes in the arena, the rush of netting a ton of credits in the latest bounty or trading run, or simply taking in the purplish hue of a methane dwarf star, can provide plenty for up-and-coming commanders to keep coming back to. Hey, while you're here, check out some other reviews like the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy or ARMS for the Nintendo Switch, and for the rest of reviews, keep it right here on IGN.